Welcome back. In this series on Docker interview questions, we go into the next set of questions. What are the main features of Docker Compose? So, if you have worked on Docker Compose, you must be knowing what are the uses of Docker Compose. So, this is like there are more features in the Docker Compose. Some of these you might not be knowing, so we'll be covering those. So, the main features of Docker Compose are as follows. First is that it supports like multiple environments on same host. So we can use Docker Compose to create multiple environments on the same host server. Then we have Docker Compose like preservation of volume data on container creation. So using Docker Compose, we can also preserve the volume data whenever we create a container. So whenever there's a need to create a new container, so you can keep on having the same volume data which was used earlier. Then we have recreation of the change containers. We can also change the containers, like if we can modify some kind of a containers using that Docker Compose, we can recreate them also by modifying some parameters. And then we have variables. This is a very good feature of Docker Compose, that Docker Compose supports variables in a compose file. So this compose file can be used to create multiple kinds of containers. So whenever, like, let's say we have a dev environment, we have prod environment, we have QA environment, what we can do is that we can use specific kind of variables for the dev environment, like dev server is not in the cloud VPC, virtual private cloud, whereas the QA server has to be in some other kind of a network which is segregated from the dev environment, and the production environment may be like totally into AWS or your VPC, where you can have only access to production servers. So you can use all of these things in the Docker Compose. Also, you can have a scale up system in the production environment. So with these variations, it makes our life much easier. Even though we have same Docker Compose file, but we are able to create different kinds of containers from the same file based on these variations.